Okay. So I was watching a little YouTube. Mm. And I was watching UDM channel. And he's talking about why it's better to take a 275 over I believe it was a 10 something for different mileage. 275 was for 1.3 miles. Okay. That's nice. Nice, quick, and easy, right? Yeah, I would agree it's nice, quick, and easy. But the other one was more money, 1025 for 14 miles. I totally get the reason why he behind that would take the small order for a smaller distance rather than the big order for way bigger distance. Because not only are you driving 14 miles there to drop off, you gotta drive that back as well. So you'll end up driving 20 some miles, depending on how far the store is from the zone. And not the store, the pickup from the zone. I think it's bigger than just the miles, though. It's not just about the face value of the order. The main thing it is which one's the first order. I can bet you that the bigger order was the first order. Usually when I start my dash, I get a far order, usually sending me far, just seeing if I would take that order. And yes, I do occasionally, sometimes. Sometimes I don't even get that order. But when I take that order, I'm understanding my zone. Because they're going to send me this order. I'm going outside of the zone. And most of the times it's going to take you outside the zone. I'm going to see what they do to reward me for taking that order. Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a reward. Now, if I see taking that order rewards me, I'll take more orders like that. That 275, the problem with 275 over I can almost guarantee you that far order was the first order that he was sent. Now, when you take that, when you decline that order and get that 275 order, you think, oh, well, this is reasonable. It's not really, it's so many variables that can go wrong when you're getting one order for $10 versus an order getting $2. And now, if you really think about it, how much is gas? How many miles per gallon does your car use? All that plays a factor too. Is it on the E-way? Is it on the street? Because 1.4 miles here, if it's all street, sometimes it could end up being 20 minutes, 15 minutes. But the $10 miles, $10 for like 10 miles on the E-way, or 14 miles on the E-way, it could also be 20 minutes. It's a lot of factors that goes into the face value of taking the order. So imagine taking a $275 order and it's traffic and it takes you 10 minutes to finish the order. When it would take you maybe 20 minutes to finish the other order and then you have to drive back. It's not even that bad. You're limiting yourself to, maybe you're probably not going to get another small order because I still believe they should reward you for taking a small, like no tip order, base pay order. But it's not going to be as big as what the other order is. Who knows? Dashers decline. DoorDash's main mission is to get out all the orders at the lowest price they can do. Each time a Dasher declines the order, the base pay of the order goes up. I don't know the exact value. I think I heard somebody say 25 cents, but it goes up. So the higher the base pay, the harder it was for DoorDash to get somebody to take that order. So when you take those type of orders, I've noticed that you get nice orders when you come back to the zone, especially if your zone is known for having a lot of catering orders, like my zone is. So, and not only that, you learn things about your zone. Even though you're outside your zone, you're learning things about how your zone rewards you, or like how I know if I go to a certain part of the zone, I'm going to get a dash along the way order, or I know I'm gonna get a catering order. Ding, that's the trick. So in conclusion, I say take everything. It's a science project. It's a science project. You have to experiment, learn what orders give you what times give you what orders. It's all about the process of understanding your zone. When the best times to work in your zone. What's the best restaurants to be by in your zone? And what orders you should accept and decline. And what is a good acceptance rating to stay at. So I would say for everybody, accept your next 100 orders. See what they give you. Learn from every order they give you. You could decline some. You could spare some of your acceptance rating. You don't have to be exactly 100%. But try to get to like 95. See if the orders they give you improve. Work at different times. You have to experiment with this. It's all a science project. Also, one last thing. You need to know what's the best zone in your area. That is the most important thing to know. Usually, I would recommend cities, a heavy populated area. And then you have to think about catering orders. Catering is king. DoorDash consider orders over $100 catering orders. And if you're in the catering program, you get them. So you have to know where the expensive restaurants are. I started this thing where I'm pausing my orders, and after order, going to a specific spot with a lot of these steakhouses, these sushi spots, these seafood places, all these spots that are easy to run up the check-in. I'm telling you, you have to know your zone. You have to pick the best zone. Now, the reason why accepting everything is bound to work in anybody's market is because it's one simple thing. Each market is different, but you are understanding your market by accepting every order. You see what they give you for being in this spot. You see what they give you for being in that spot. You see what they give you for taking that order. You see what they give you for maybe if you decide to decline order, the rare time. That's what I think you should do. You should try not to decline orders. You shouldn't try not to accept bad orders. You should try not to decline orders. You should write mentally about your ratings. Trust me, I have been a cherry picker. I have been successful being a cherry picker. But as soon as I got into Top Dasher and accepting everything, it was so less stressed. So trust me, the best way to learn your market is to accept everything and tell me what happens.